Hello everyone, and welcome to DevWave Diaries. Here, we dive into the latest web development trends and coding techniques. If you're passionate about tech and eager to learn, you're in the right place. Today I am going to show you how to create an eye-catching button border animation with a glowing hover effect. First, create a div with the class name container. Inside this container, add a button with the class name btn. Within this button, include another div with the class name in and set its type to submit. This is the complete HTML structure needed for this animation. Now, let's move on to CSS. Start by writing the CSS boilerplate with margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing border box. This will remove default margins and paddings and ensure consistent box sizing. Next, style the HTML and body elements. Set both width and height to 100%, set the background color to black, and apply a font family of sans serif. This ensures that the entire viewport has a black background and uses a clean, modern font. Style the container div by setting its width to 100% and height to 100 dvh, which ensures it covers the full viewport height. Use display, flex to apply flexbox layout, and set justify content, center and align items, center to center its content both horizontally and vertically. First, style the button's inner div. After that we can set styles for the button. Set its padding to 1 rem on the top and bottom, and 2 rem on the left and right. Use a background color of #0a2437, set the font size to 1 rem, and apply text transform, uppercase to make the text uppercase. Set the text color to white and position the div with position relative. Now let's open the browser to check the button. Next, let's style the button itself. Use the .btn class to select the button and add padding, 0.2 rem, set the border radius to 5px for rounded corners, and remove the border with border, none. Position the button with position, relative and set its background color to #19384D. Finally, set the cursor to pointer to indicate that it's clickable. Open the browser to see the button displayed as intended. Now, let's add animation to enhance its appearance. First, we'll enhance the button by adding an after pseudo-element using the .btn after selector. Set the content property to an empty string, as we only want to create a visual effect rather than display text. Position the pseudo-element absolute and set, top, 50% and left, 50%. This places the pseudo-element at the center of the button. Define its size with width 2 rem and height 10 rem, and set its background color to white. To perfectly center it within the button, apply transform, translate, -50%, -50%, which shifts the pseudo-element left and up by half of its width and height. Open the browser, and you'll see a white box appearing in front of the button. Next, add a rotate transformation to the after pseudo-element. Set transform, rotate, 45 degrees, to rotate the pseudo-element by 45 degrees. Add a z-index of 99 to the div element with class in. This will ensure that the dot in div appears above other elements, including the rotated white box. For better understanding of the animation, let's comment it now. Also, add overflow, hidden to the button. This ensures that any part of the after pseudo-element that extends outside the button's boundaries is hidden. For better understanding of the animation, comment this line also. Now, let's add an animation to the after pseudo-element by using animation, animate 2-second linear infinite. This will make the pseudo-element rotate continuously with a duration of 2 seconds. Next, define the animate animation, using a keyframe animate. Set the 100% keyframe and apply transform, translate, -50%, -50%, rotate, 225 degrees. This will rotate the pseudo-element by 225 degrees while keeping it centered within the button. Open the browser, and you'll see the white box rotating at the center of the button. Uncomment the previous 2 lines one by one. You'll see a beautiful border rotating animation around the button, which enhances the visual appeal and adds a dynamic effect to the button's design. Now let's add the glowing effect. First, add a transition of 0.5 second to the button. This will ensure that any changes to the button's properties, including the glowing effect, will animate smoothly over a duration of half a second. Now let's add a hover effect to the button by using the .btn hover dot in selector. Change the background of the inner div to white and set its color to black. Additionally, apply a transition delay of 0.5s to create a smooth delay effect when the hover state is activated. Next, add a hover effect to the button itself using the .btn hover selector. Set a transition delay of 0.5 second for a smooth delay effect. Change the button's background to white. Apply a glowing effect with box shadow set to 0010px white, 0040px white, 0080px white, creating a layered glow around the button. Open the browser and hover over the button. You'll see the button glowing with a bright effect. However, it seems we missed adding a transition for the inner div element, which might cause the color change to appear abrupt. Add a transition of 0.5 second to the inner div element. Open the browser again, and you'll see the button with a beautiful border animation. When you hover over it, the button will glow with a smooth transition, enhancing the visual effect. You can also customize the colors to your liking. Experiment with different color values for the button's background, border, and glowing effect to match your design preferences. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with all our latest content. Your support helps us create more exciting and valuable videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode of DevWave Diaries.